Hey everyone, it's Lisa from Primitive Gatherings, and today is something super special. Stuff like this isn't going to happen very often, so I'm going to take advantage of it, and you can join in the fun. So today we are here with a retreat that is basically MODA Martingale type retreat. So people from MODA, people from Martingale, and we've been hanging out all week and just having a blast. So I'm excited because we haven't gotten together for over 3 years, and let me tell you, we're making up for it. We're having the time of our lives just being together, and just like the fun stuff that we're gifting each other and making, super fun. All right, so I'm going to start off, and then I'm going to bring in whoever wants to come and talk to us and share what they're doing. I'm not making everybody, okay? So if they want to, I'd love to have them all come on. If they're a little shy, then hey, they're shy, right? Not everybody wants to talk in front of the camera. So at this retreat, I'll tell you some of the things that I've been working on. So I will just start with that. I have accomplished all 128 of my Osei Can You Sew clue number 5. So I'm right where I need to be. I can't wait for clue 6 to come out, but I may be giving a little bit of a hint about what to do next with these. So I haven't, if I have a little time before clue 6 comes out, I will, or maybe at the end of this. All right, so that's one thing that I really completed, that I really wanted to get off my list. And then look what I'm getting done here. So, letters for Santa, so fun, Merry Christmas, right? I did these last night, I believe. And then I prepped. I did a lot of cutting, like this is for my tree word, so I have labeled each set T-R-E-E, and then tree, so that's what that's for. And look, it's tree fabric for my tree word. And then I have family all set to go. So when I have time to sit and stitch, everything will be ready. And then I also have wreath, and guess what? Wreath fabric. How cool did that work out? All right, so those are things I'm doing at retreat to prep ahead for when I get little snippets of time to stitch, because we all don't get to just sew for hours on end like we are here this week. I'm also working on my cruise project for Hawaii, so hopefully I'll get that done soon. And those are my main things that I've been working on. Here's my plan for letters for Santa. Awesome. All right, so that's what I've been working on. So let's see who's my first guest. All right, Miss MODA Lissa. Come on over. It's so fun to have lots of people join me. Come closer.
Come closer. Okay.
I don't bite.
Okay.
All right.
This close, is that close enough?
Lissa, 2 S's, Lissa.
And we're sitting at the same table, so as soon as anybody says Lisa, we both like.
All right. So what do you want to share with us today?
Oh, I've got all kinds of
Okay.
started projects, but a couple of finished projects are the MODA All-Stars newest book, all-time favorites.
All right. So we are giving away 3 copies of this book during this live. So please comment. Jessica will be taking winners. I have 3 of these in my possession. If any of the people here at the retreat have a quilt in this book, I will have them sign their page. So you will get a signed copy of
Awesome,
these. So
awesome.
3 of these. So what is this book about?
We partner with Martingale, and Martingale asked the designers to submit a quilt using their favorite quilt blocks. So I think Flying Geese was probably one of the most popular. So they had several submissions that either and this showstopper, I was going to say the Sawtooth Star, or a version thereof, the Sawtooth Star.
So my favorite unit is a triangle. all right? And then second is stars. So when you combine them, what do you get?
Awesome. Starry, starry night, right?
Yeah, and you can pick 2 fabrics. You can make this scrappy. So lots of cool ideas in
And
there.
what I also love about the All-Star series of books is the list of questions that they ask.
Yeah.
So can we look at what yours were?
Okay. All right. So, a little bit about me. What is my favorite movie? I love movies. It's impossible to choose just one. So, I don't have a favorite because I like a bunch of them. And then what is your favorite binge watching series? So, mine is Outlander. That's me. And then lots of different things like what Instagram do you follow? Food Network. I like to eat.
That's right.
I like to eat. You know, song. Anybody know this? Anybody know my favorite song? Anything by Bob Seger, really, but Turn the Page is my favorite. I love that saxophone beginning, but anyway. So it just goes on, and you get to know this about all of the designers in the book, and there's like 20 questions here.
Yeah.
But
So
I don't
that's
want
always fun.
I don't want to reveal them all. So it's just fun to get to know the people better. So how many people are in here?
14 different people. A couple of the people at the office also have joined in. One of the things that's always very important too is that the designers donate their proceeds to a charity. So they're really truly giving back. And this one happens to be the charity is Active Minds. And what's so great about that, especially post-pandemic, is they're an organization that helps youth with mental illness and
awareness.
Yeah, and awareness. You got to be aware that you're.
Yeah.
So anyhow, that's one thing, that anytime you're buying any of the All-Star series, you're helping us to contribute to a good charity. So
Sweet.
there's that, and then there's more. Can I go on?
Yes.
Yeah.
You keep
Okay.
going.
So that book is in stores the beginning of September. So you have advanced copies, and
So
that's
you'll
what
be
they
getting
can
an
win.
advanced
Yeah.
copy that nobody
Yeah.
else has.
And then I'm super excited to have a book out with my friend Susan Aki. And Susan is known as Yard Girl 60. And so she's a very, very prolific quilter out of Florida. And so we teamed up together, and it's called Two of a Kind. And so what Martingale challenged us with is pick 2 of a kind. So she picks dots and stripes. I picked honey buns and jelly rolls. So we both went off and made a quilt. Then one of the challenges was the warm side of the color wheel, and then the soft side of the cool side of the color wheel. So it's really fun. We both love pulling lots of fabrics. So we talk a lot about that and show you how, that's the hardest thing really, is for people to be able to choose their fabrics. So we're super excited about that, and it just has all kinds of
Great quilts in there.
fun
And it's fun seeing the 2 different things.
Yeah,
There's
so like
the cool.
And so this is kind of an example too of like the first fabric pull, and the hardest thing is if you try and pull fabrics and get the exact 12, that's hard. Pull 20 and take away is always easier. So that's kind of the example of what we showed here. This was the first fabric pull, then we eliminated some, and then this one was the one we felt was just right. So we try and give you lots of, it's not the scrapbook that it's everything but the kitchen sink, but just to kind of have fun with that. So there's that.
Very good.
And
And look at
then-
those 2 cuties on the cover.
The sewing, I've had so much fun sewing. Oh my goodness, it's like crazy here.
And we might stay up late some nights, and then we might crash early some nights.
And not yet, but it's been really close that the people that were staying up were just missing the people that were getting up.
There's some night owls.
Yeah,
Yes.
so it's so I've been having super fun with my happy face quilt.
Yes. They're all gonna want to know whose pattern.
Yeah, so Sterling Quilt Company, and it's 12 fat quarters and 12 big blocks make the whole entire quilt. And then she's also given you, with your leftovers, the instructions to make, I think it's a little 7-inch mini happy face, but
little ones.
So that's been super fun. And I'm actually making 2 of those, so it's just as easy to cut
Lissa,
out 2.
say that again.
So I'm making two because it's equally as, I mean, half the struggle is cutting out and deciding. So I'm making 2 at the very same time.
Yes, her motto is, if you're going to cut it out once, why don't you cut out twice? Make 2 quilts at the same time. Either gift one to somebody else or have another one ready to go.
So one of those is for me, which will probably end up at one of my kids' houses, but then the other is already a planned gift for Christmas. And then you don't even have to make it all in yellow. This is another
version.
My daughter wanted one, so there's going to be all these other colors of just bright, fun colors. But yeah, just
We got to get this. I think
it's kind of like
awesome.
it's everything's coming back. You know, we lived through the 70s and Happy Face and all that other kind of stuff. And this is my only finish so far, but this is a pattern by Fig Tree. And she has a new line coming out called Christmas Stitch that I think is about to ship. But one thing I loved is that she incorporated toweling in it. So again, just like Lissa does, tons of
rules.
textures.
Yep.
Exactly. So this one's finished. So I'm
Good job.
excited about that. And that's
That's
got
what you
parts
have?
and pieces of all kinds of other things. But
All right.
yeah.
Well,
yeah.
thank you.
Thank you.
Isn't she awesome? All right, who's next? Oh boy, come sit by me, Tweedledee and Tweedle.
We're going to be right here.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Awesome.
We've been doing fun little projects besides our regular sewing projects all week.
You
are
gotta say
we?
who you are.
Who are we?
I'm Barbara Groves. Me and my sister design.
I'm Tammy Vonderschmitt. I work in marketing at MODA.
And we were doing projects all week long,
Craft projects too.
little craft projects in addition to our personal sewing projects. We made wonderful pin cushions with Pam from Serendipity Woods, but she's in line, she'll tell you more about that. But Mary had this old antique quilt and we were cutting it up, making little ornaments. And then Tammy and I decided to
Make a quilted jacket out of the leftovers. So this is the Tamarack jacket pattern by the Grain
Grange?
Line Studios. Grain Line Studios, Tamarack. So it's a super simple jacket. It just has sleeves up front and back.
So you're gonna bind these
and
then?
now we're twins.
I love how it comes together,
Yeah.
like you cut it.
We planned that.
Yes,
yeah,
of
yeah. And we're
course.
binding it. Yeah, we're
Yeah,
gonna bind it now.
because you're gonna
We all
find
finished.
fabric and kind of age it to make
Yeah.
to match the quilt for your binding.
No, we found a 30s print.
Over
in
in the
shop.
store.
Okay,
Yeah.
imagine that they found
binding's
something
already
at the store.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
So thanks.
Well,
Awesome.
We're having a blast.
It's fun.
Yes, thanks, girls.
Okay, bye-bye.
Isn't that hilarious? We love their little jackets. They were doing ballet moves in them the other night. Okay, Miss Robin, come on over. This is Robin Pickens.
Hello. Hi. This has been so fun.
I know, and is this the first time you've been to like the MODA Martingale retreat?
It is. It is. And
So what do you think about it all?
amazing. Well, first of all, I had no idea that we would be doing all these like fun creative projects, and so all of a sudden you go, "Oh, I love doing decoupage." You know, just like things I did not expect. And then the setting, your retreat center is just beautiful. And so every morning I just feel like you're inspired and you just want to be creative and you're just free to like explore different things.
Yeah.
The shop's right there when we run out of supplies. So it's been fantastic. Love it. And
thank
just
you.
the best people.
Well, I'm glad you're here, and I can't wait to
Thanks.
talk about what you all got going on.
Okay, well MODA people.
Yes,
these
MODA people. Here's
adorable,
mine.
adorable
So everybody
totes.
kind of gives everybody gifts.
Yes,
All right.
yes, lots of gifts for people. And so this is my Pansies Posies.
Fabric line.
Yes, it's
Yeah,
going to
this
be
is
shipping
mine.
to shops in October. Are you October also?
No, that's the old one.
Oh, okay. So kind of excited about that. And then I wanted to sew on some existing patterns where I wanted to just try them in other colorways, things like that. So this is actually Mod Flower Box, which is this one, Mod Flower Box. And so you can make this with the charm pack and it's really scrappy looking with different lines, or make it with thatch where it's more like colors. But I wanted to do like this California Sunshine palette that was like really citrusy and kind of light. So that was the first day. So I got that done pretty much in a day. And then Ring Around the Posies is another pattern that I wanted to size the blocks down so that I could have a small wall version of this. especially for Christmas. I wanted to do it as like a Christmas wreath. But then I took the smaller size down squares and I was experimenting with a table runner out of that. So that's like using the same basic building elements to make a table runner. So I'm going to be making that into a pattern. So this was
That's
like my
genius.
first, my first exploring of that one.
This
And
is
then-
super cool. I love this.
This I've got Cardinal's Christmas wreath, which is a Christmas one, and I wanted to take the bird and make him like a black bird, and instead of the wreath, fill it in so it was like a pumpkin that the bird is standing on. So this is like my autumn project. And then, of course, I went over to the shop, and because I'm here with the master of wool, so I started my little pincushion project. This is from Lisa's, one of her kits with the hydrangeas. And I also got the other colorway so I could work on it on the airplane. But Lisa very kindly did a little mini lesson going over.
You're such a good student. I must have did well teaching you.
You did, it was all
This
the
is
teacher.
amazing, yeah.
All the teachers. So I'm really excited. That's in progress.
I'm sure you have mad skills.
I'm
Before I even came along.
Well, no, and I actually have like this big bag of wool to take back now and start playing with. So I have a couple things in mind.
And I told her
then-
we have wools in your color palette too
Yeah.
that I don't use a lot of. So
yeah, I'm really gonna be excited to send you some things to look at.
good,
yeah.
good, good.
And then
These
for-
are amazing.
Okay, for the retreat, I've been wanting to do stickers for a while, and so since the retreat was coming up and we bring things for each other, I thought, okay, I have to get the stickers done. So I did like little.
Okay, before we show them,
Yeah.
can we give a set away?
Yeah, we can give 2 sets away. How's that?
Oh, two sets
I have some
away.
extra. Yes,
Okay,
yes,
so-
absolutely. I'm
all
happy
right.
to do that. So this is like for any retreaters. It's got little stuff about, like rejuvenation and, relaxing and all the things with the that we do on
Yep,
retreat.
yep.
And
Rejoicing.
rejoicing, yes, for a creative heart. This is So Happy. That's kind of based on, well, actually I did a tea towel on Spoonflower, and then I did a tea towel with like the florals mixed in for MODA, also with that. Another So Happy, lots of bright colors. And then I do the color studies on MODA blockheads, and so I'm starting to do some of the stickers utilizing some of the color studies from
Yeah,
the
so what
blocks.
that means is she'll take our blocks and she'll color them a whole bunch of different ways so people have a really good idea on how maybe that works with the fabrics that they picked up.
Yes.
So it's nice to have your take on some of them because you wouldn't think sometimes to change just
Yeah.
the colors and it completely changes the
Yeah.
whole block.
Exact same pieces of the block. I don't change any piecing, but I move around like color and light
Colors.
and dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And then these are little sewing machines that are made out of florals. And so these were the other stickers. So I'm going to be putting these up on my shop, but you guys are the first
so
ones.
if you don't win them, you're going to go to
Yes.
Robin and tell
Yeah.
all where they can find you at.
Robin Pickens Incorporated, INC, or just even robinpickens.com. It's my
Google,
blog.
yeah.
Yeah, and that'll take you, like you can see there's all the past color studies on there. If I do patterns into other like color explorations, stuff like that. And so in the next week, I'll be getting those up on the shop.
Cool. So you heard it. Next week the stickers will be available. I already got a set, so I don't have to order. But thank you so much. That was so
thank you.
fun.
This has been fantastic.
Yes. You know
And-
I'm a sticker guru, right?
Oh, they're so fun. Okay.
Yes.
Who's
All
next?
right.
All right.
Thank you, Robin.
Thank you.
Yes. Don't forget any of your stuff. All right, Miss Debbie Maddy, who is currently living at the retreat house for like 2.5 weeks,
They
right?
have graciously let me stay here in between
Yes.
this wonderful retreat. And next week, I'm teaching Shibori and indigo dyeing here. And there's still a few spots
Yep,
left.
yep.
And so there's time to get here and sign up, come to class. What I've been doing is getting some folding done so that it will be ready to put into the indigo dye. I've also been doing some stitching on some linen to make a table runner. And
So this
let's
is
see.
where it will resist the dye where
yeah.
you have stitches, right?
Yeah, I stitch it and then I pull the stitches up really tight and dye it in the indigo. And when I take it out, then there's white designs on top of the
Really, the
blade.
possibilities
Yeah.
of the things you're going to learn in Debbie's
Yeah.
classes is up to
Yeah.
your own imagination.
Yeah.
Yes.
And this shirt, I just pleated up, wrapped it really, really, really tight with a rope, put it in the indigo. This is what you get.
So when you have old T-shirts that you have like maybe
Oh, and
Spilled
oh, these are the gifts that I made for the retreaters. So they have all these little bandanas, and then this scarf And I have these scarves for people if they choose to do something like this. But this one was done on a slinky, and I let the slinky rust, and it was dyed in the indigo. So that's something a little different. Now this one takes a while to stitch, but I can teach you how to do the stitching for a small one, because this is just row after row of running stitch. And that's the simplest stitch there is. You pull it up tight, dye it in the indigo, and voila, you have something like this. So come and join me. We will have a good time.
We will.
You're just
You're
the
gonna
best.
love it.
You are the
Come.
best.
Yes.
So, okay.
Yes. Thank you so much for
Oh,
sharing.
you're
that.
welcome.
Hey, do you want to tell everybody how to get a hold of you?
Oh, if you follow me on Instagram at Debbie_Maddy, or go to my website, DebbieMaddy.com. And it's DebbieMaddy. And that'll give you all the information. Thank you.
You've taught people that a couple times already.
I have.
All right. Thank you
Okay.
so much.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. All right. Who is next? All right. Here we go. Miss Pam.
Hello.
All right. What you got for us?
I'm Pam Selkirk. My shop, I'm a shop owner.
Tell them where your shop is.
My shop is in Kalamazoo, Michigan, but I'm online completely. So my shop is called Serendipity Woods.
Woods or wool?
Serendipity Woods.
Okay.
I started my shop world selling little plush bunnies. This is Sophie. She is she's my little sidekick most of the time. So she's a big
adorable.
part
Is
of
she?
what
Is
we
this
do.
is this new fabric, or is this like an old T-shirt, or
This
what
is
is
an
this?
old T-shirt.
Okay.
And so most of the little animals that I sold were they were all from other things. So
Reclaimed.
corduroys, T-shirts, just discarded anything. And so what a big part of my sort of my aesthetic is Sophie, but we've also got some little mice that come in, and we're doing some more
Play tricks, huh?
They play tricks. They do some stop motion. We have some stop motion films that we've been releasing lately. But I am a shop owner, but I'm also a pattern designer, and so I've been doing a fair bit of that lately. I have a couple of. We feature mostly in our shop. We feature fat 16th bundles, so color bundles of all kinds, pinks, 20 piece, 30 piece, 40 piece.
And how did you arrive at the MODA Martingale retreat?
Robin Pickens is my dear buddy.
All right, I just
We
want you to make
met-
the connection, right?
We
So-
met at Quilt Market years ago. Gosh, 5 years ago maybe.
Feels like months, but years, right?
Feels like months. And so we've connected, we've done some traveling together, we've done some other things, so that's been really, really good.
So you never know who you're going to bond with, right?
Exactly,
Right?
exactly. And so what I do mostly nowadays outside of my shop, I'm designing some scrappier patterns, and generally featuring, they feature scraps for me, so fat 16ths, they're generally pretty centered on fat 16ths, but they also work really well for fat 8s and fat quarters, and in terms of an emphasis being on
So kind of
flexibility.
like 9x11 or a layer cake, kind of is the same fat 16.
Yeah, most of the
So
time.
anything
so
that you
layer
do
cake
probably
is
would go-
generally layer
Okay.
cake, very layer cake friendly, very fat quarter friendly. So a fat 16th being half of a fat 8th, the fat 8th being half of a fat quarter, which then just says how scrappy you want to go.
Right, exactly.
So this week here at the retreat, I brought with me for our gifts.
Yep,
these
we all
little-
got one of these cute guys.
Yeah, and this is a sort of a spillover from a pattern that I'm working on right now. It's called Trixie's Tree Farm. And this is, no one's seen this yet, but this is my little Trixie's Tree Farm quilt.
Exclusive sneak peek.
Exactly. So these are my little, there's small trees and big trees. That's the big one, that's the small one. So this will be featured also with a solid palette. But this is my scrappy palette, so I'm working on that. And I also I brought these to share, these little pincushions. I think somebody else shared about them.
Yep.
And these little pincushions, I have a tutorial at my blog, which is bloginserendipitywoods.com.
Okay, say it
And,
slow again so they can get it.
Blog in serendipitywoods.com. And that full tutorial is there for these.
What's
all
the name
materials.
of that? Is it called something?
Folded star pincushion. Very old technique.
Yep, I remember that, yep.
A lot of people have used it. You can see
But
it in
it's
ornaments.
genius to make it into a pincushion
Yeah.
instead of a pillow or a block or whatever, yeah.
Yeah.
Very
so
cool.
that's
They're
pretty
fun to
much
make.
what I do. They are fun to make. We had a great
Awesome.
time making them. We spent most of yesterday and
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's where I'm at.
Nice. And it's so nice to meet you.
It has been an absolute pleasure being here. The whole vibe. Beds are incredibly comfortable. Food is unbelievable.
Yeah, I know. I've been sleeping here, and I don't really want to get up. Yeah.
Yeah. Not just a bed, a really comfortable bed, vintage quilt.
What more do you need? Right?
What more
For
do you
sleeping,
need?
Yeah.
Yes. So thank you
Are
very
you
much.
a night owl or are you an early bird?
You know what's really strange? I have been up very, very late too, and then I'm still up at 6. So I'm taking advantage
Advantage
of
of
every
the
minute.
time, right?
Every
Awesome.
minute. So
All
thank
right,
you again
Pam,
for
thank
having
you
us.
so much.
I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Such cute stuff. Okay, girls, come on.
Hey,
Hey,
hey ho ho hi.
Cappy. All right, names and where you're from.
Lenine, we're at Always in Stitches in Noblesville, Indiana. We have a wonderful store and some great employees that will help you do whatever you need to learn to do.
Awesome.
And this is Cappy. She's the brains behind the shop.
Mostly
so.
the brains. She's the brains too.
We are having a wonderful time, and this is an amazing place to come. If you've ever get a chance, please come up here. I want to show you what I'm working on this week. I'm trying to do some samples for the shop. This is Bare Roots embroidery. It's Little Americana pillows, and I'm trying to get this finished for the shop, which it's been so much fun because we've had nonstop stitching, so it's been a great time. And I've also finished a Lissa project. This is Jolly Snowman ornament, and this will be available in the shop soon. I just ordered them, so that they'll be available soon.
You've got them.
Yeah, and Lisa sells them too. But and they wanted me to show you. This is the award-winning strawberry lemon jam.
Can we give one of those away?
A doodle, a little,
Give one away.
yeah, a little charm. I got champion at our county fair. So
Oh,
just
wow.
understand.
I didn't know that
Hamilton
until just
County-
now.
Yeah, Hamilton
Yeah.
County, Indiana Fair. I am the champion jam maker. So, Cappy's got all the important information.
No. Just this was what I gave away. It was fun because we came to this retreat and they had said bring prizes for people. So I made pin cushions.
We're all about the prizes.
We're all
Yeah,
about the
yeah.
prizes.
Right? I
It's
give
all
you
about
guys
the stuff.
prizes. We're all about the
Yeah,
prizes.
yeah. And you give that one away if you want. That's an English paper piece pin
So
cushion.
it's all hexies.
All hexies pin cushion. Stitched together.
And Cappy's got a great video about doing, what's it called?
English paper piecing pin cushion on our YouTube channel. That's hard to say.
Yeah, well, whatever.
Yeah, and then anyway, so while we were here, we've made pin cushions. These are a little bigger, but
And
these were fun.
That was fun.
Those
So
are Pam's.
when you come to a retreat here, you got to have great ideas to make stuff because we got to make stuff, and we got to make key fob or scissor fobs. And this was the coolest.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah,
so
this is the
I'm
coolest.
kind of lame, and I can't make 25 bags or whatever. So I'm like, hey, I got a good idea, but you got to make your own. And which was cool because people picked their colors, like there were red and white ones. You got the greens and red, aquas and
things,
blues.
yeah.
And it was just so fun to see what everybody did with theirs.
This was a great project, and you're right. This was so good because people could make it whether they could or not. But anyway,
It just required glue.
but then I'm making for the shop, like she's making for the shop. This is a block of the month that our shop is doing. It's at Always in Stitches in Noblesville, Indiana. It's called Emma. It's a really cool block of the month. So
Awesome.
we've got that, and then I made a handbag because you
got
Why not, right?
you got to
Make
make
your
a
handbag too.
Yeah.
That's how we make a handbag. So it's just been fun because we've had all this free stitching time. See, it's like
It's amazing. It's better than store bought.
yeah, lots of
Lots of
pockets.
pockets.
So the great part about coming to a retreat center that is amazing like this is you do what you want and you hang out with cool people
And it's got great food.
and great food.
Okay.
The company's
All right,
good.
and
So-
you guys are one of the MODA. Dawn is your.
Yeah,
Yeah,
one of the
so-
gals that works
Works
for
for
MODA
MODA part-time.
works for us too,
part-time.
and she's on our YouTube channel. So
Yes.
Always in
Come
Stitches
visit, and I have
Noblesville.
FlossTube.
You'll be hearing from
Come
her.
visit me
She's
at
not
FlossTube.
shy, so she'll be up soon. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay, thanks.
All right.
been
Thanks,
fun.
girls. Awesome.
Take my stuff and go.
Take
away.
your stuff. Okay. If you leave it here, it'll be gone. It'll be mine.
Question, is that a Sally tomato bag?
It's a Bell Calla.
What kind of
All right.
Bell Calla.
Okay, so with me is the Martingale crew.
The book bunch.
All right.
I'm Jennifer.
Lisa.
Karen. Awesome. And what do you have for us today?
We like to bring you all the books that you love. So if you
Okay.
don't have this beauty by this beauty, you gotta have it. And we try to find all the authors and sewers that you love. So some of these books are out right now. Sherry McConnell and Chelsea Stratton and Home for the Holidays. You haven't seen this one yet because it doesn't come out till October. Tucked Away Treasures from Paula Barnes and Mary Ellen Robeson of Red Crinoline Quilts. We also distribute books, so we have Quilt Recipes by Jen Kingwell. Lisa, you're looking puzzled because we also have puzzles with beautiful quilts that the patterns are in books from me and my sister designs or from Lissa Alexander. And Karen has some books from
Country Threads.
Country Threads.
This comes out on September 1st. Fast and Fun Lap Quilts by Melissa Corey comes out in October. And Quilt the Rainbow is a really fun book by Amber Johnson of Gigi's Thimble, and that is available now.
Awesome. So all new books that you can get your hands on soon, right?
Right?
Awesome.
Or today. And we love coming to Retreat Center because we get to not only work with these fabulous designers for our jobs, but we get to play with them in our spare time and make quilts. And if
It's
you
just fun to
haven't been
hang
to
out,
the
right?
gathering, you got to come because it's the most fun ever.
We never want to leave.
Right. We might be moving in. It might be the satellite office for Martingale Midwest. Right here
Well, you're
in
welcome. Doors
sunny
are open.
Wisconsin. Where they cook
And not
for you on
too
the
hot.
daily. Not too hot, right.
It's beautiful.
So
Awesome.
thanks
Well-
for letting us come.
Awesome. Well, we love you here. We love hanging out. We just have so much fun together, and it's just nice to be able to come.
Thanks for having us.
Awesome, girls. Thank you.
Take your stuff.
Take your stuff, girls. All right, and who is up next? Oh, Miss Julie, my Wisconsin shop owner, right?
Yes.
Okay, Miss Julie.
So
tell us where your shop is.
I'm Julie Karasek, and I am from Patchworks in Elm Grove, which is an hour and a half south of here. And I am so delighted to be here today. It is so warm and cozy, and
She's sporting her Primitive Gatherings gear.
I am.
You're gonna wear
I
that
am.
in your shop too?
I am. I am.
Awesome.
So I've been having fun, maybe doing a little bit more sleeping and eating than sewing.
Well, that happens sometimes.
I
right?
know, I
It's
know.
your retreat. You decide
love it.
what retreat looks like for you.
Yeah.
So if it's just catching up on your sleep because you don't get any at home because you're running that shop and you're
Yeah.
running ragged, right? I get it. I get it.
But I've sewn a little bit, so it's a lot of fun.
Yes.
And I've just had a lot of fun relaxing. Oh, and I guess I have even a model here.
Oh, very
I don't
nice.
make things quite as tiny as Lisa does, but
That's okay. We all have our jam. So
Lots
is
of
this
fun.
what is this? A pattern
This
that's
is-
coming out, or your pattern?
this
or
is from the Home for the Holidays book that Martingale.
Oh, the one that we just
showed.
had?
Yep.
Okay,
And I
okay.
think we're going to be doing a quilt along. No, we in September-ish.
for your
with
at your
MODA.
store in Elm Grove? Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. So if this is your jam, she's going to have a quilt along for it. All right. Well, thank you
Thanks so much for having us.
Yes, I love it. I love it.
Come visit.
Yes. Just what about hour and a half away?
Hour and a half straight down, and if you stop at Fond du Lac, cheapest gas in the state.
Oh. Who would have known? Only you. All right, Alison. All right. Tell us about Alison.
I work in customer service at MODA Fabrics. I used to own, well, I still own Fabric Expressions. It's now closed, but I still have a website, fabricexpressions.com. Before the retreat, a couple of us from MODA made little bags for everyone. So this is the
sweet.
bag using mini charms and some other fabrics. And this pattern was from the Nantucket summer. So even though you might not be able to get Nantucket anymore, you can still use any mini charms.
And there
we
was
put
goodies
some
in, too.
goodies in the bag. So this one was for Sherry, who unfortunately had to cancel. So we will,
Yeah,
Sherry,
we
will
miss
be
Sherry, we
sending
miss
this
you.
to you, Sherry.
If you're watching.
So far during this retreat, I've been making pumpkins in 2 different sizes. I'm almost done. I have 2 left, and then I can put them all together.
And this is a Buggy Barn book,
Yes, and
right?
the quilt that it's
Or
going to
not
look
Buggy
like
Barn,
this.
One Sister.
One Sister.
Sorry.
Yes. And
It's ingrained.
yeah, it is. I know. Crazy Good Life is the name of the book, and so it's almost done.
Yeah,
almost
it's so
ready
fun
to
watching the blocks go up
come
one
out.
by one by one.
And since the shop, Primitive Gatherings, is right next door,
I think they all have wool fever.
Yeah, so
I don't know. I didn't like, you know.
Yeah, she didn't twist her arms or
No.
anything, but when we see her
And then like
demonstrating,
at 11
the
o'clock
shop,
at night,
right.
we did this impromptu class when,
Yeah.
you know,
So this is one of the kits that I picked up. And
very timely, right?
yes, what keep with the pumpkin theme.
Yes, she's all pumpkin. You're all in on pumpkin,
And
right?
then in the doorway, right when you walk in, is her current block. Is it
Summer
row
block of the week, but it's
row-
actually a row
of the month? Or row of the
blocks,
week?
lots of blocks of the
Block.
week.
So a couple of us have taken the plunge and are going to start this also.
It's such joyful stitching, you know, stitching those happy pumpkins.
Yes, and just when as soon as you walk in, it just hits you like, oh, that has to.
I
come
have
home
to
with
do
me.
that. That has to
Yeah,
be
it
at
has
my
come
house.
home.
Yes.
So
Awesome.
I'm going to be busy for a long time.
And thank you for working at MODA customer service because we need you all the time. We're all Allison. What do you have? How many yards of this do you have?
Yes, I do talk
That's
to
my,
Jessica quite
that's
often.
my
but-
favorite question.
Yeah, so
Can I use this? If you don't have enough, I can't.
right, yeah, we tell you exactly
So
what we have in
when
stock.
you think that we have the perfect fabric for whatever we're doing, sometimes it's not the perfect. It's what we have the most
of, right? Yep.
Awesome. Thank
Thank
you so
you.
much. Oh, you're right. Isn't this fun just hanging out with all these creative people? Who is coming next? Uh-oh. Yes. We do let dudes come to retreat.
Hello.
We don't care. We don't care. You just want to be like a cool person, right? It
Yes.
doesn't matter if you everybody else is doing what they do. You can hang out with us.
Always.
All right.
I'm usually surrounded by women, so it's good.
Hangs out with the cool people.
Yes.
All right. Name.
I'm Doug from Antler Quilt Design.
And Doug's been quilting a long time, right? So
Yes.
tell them your little history.
So I've been quilting since I was 5, and my mom taught me how to quilt, and then we had a quilt store, and I got involved in it and loved it, and kind of immersed myself in the whole designing process and writing books and patterns.
And the name of your business
is Antler Quilt Design.
Awesome.
And I've published 22 self-published books, and now 2 books with Martingale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quilting King. This is going to be his new title. All right. So share us what your latest thing is that you're all obsessed about.
So with Retreat, I've been making this little block, so about 72 of them.
This is my favorite.
Yes. And so this is for one of the books from the latest, or one of the blocks from the latest book. It's called Balmoral. And one of the latest projects I've been working on is Table-tastic. So there's Table-tastic 1, 2, and 3. They're all table runners. So there's 20 different runners in each books and toppers.
Wow, that's
they're
a
each-
lot of designs.
Yeah, they're each shown in 2 different colorways. So here's the runner that this block comes from.
All right. And then what's next?
I took these runners and turned them into a big quilt, and there is a new book coming out from Martingale and myself, and it's called Stash-tastic 2, and it's all full of 12 lap-size quilts, each shown in 2 colorways.
So because we want more, we just don't want this little table runner. We want
Yes.
quilts
Big
because
quilts.
some of these blocks are super cool, and we want to make them into quilts, not just runners.
Exactly.
So that was genius.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you. Having a great
All right.
time.
Where'd you get this from?
This is a podcast, Leslie and Rochelle.
See, he's a
and
quilter. See.
Threads always, yes. Had to make sure I dusted off before, but
Awesome.
was
All
doing
right.
a little ripping.
Tell them how they can get a hold of you or follow you.
You can find me on Instagram at Doug Leko, or Facebook at Doug Leko as well. Yeah.
Okay.
Very good.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Very cool. And he bakes cookies. You should see the cookies he baked for us. So awesome. All right. Is that about it? All right. Wasn't that fun? All right. I'm glad you got to join in on our little MODA Martingale retreat. Jess has some winners for me, or Heidi has some winners for me. I will pick those. Awesome. Do you have any questions at all? Do we have any questions?
No,
Okay.
I wasn't able to answer.
All right.
Lisa said she has a bag that she can.
All right, we have a bag to give away too. Okay. So, did you hear that? MODA, Lissa, and Alison are going to give away one of their cute bags for us as well. So we have one more to pick. Get right on that, dear.
Okay.
All right. So sticker sets go to Becky Lamasani. Sorry if I butchered your name. You won. That doesn't matter. Maria Hansen. I know you. You win a sticker set. Jody Gerke. You are going to win one of the all-time favorites books. all-time favorite books. Margaret Capone, you also are going to win one of the all-time favorite books. Kimberly Roberts, you get the third Martingale all-time favorite books by MODA Lissa. We have a pin cushion that we're going to give away as well, and that's going to Carolyn Hansen. You won that. And then one more for the bag is going to Jean Wachowski. Awesome, congratulations to you winners. Make sure you email us your physical address at store@primitivegatherings.us and we'll get your prizes in the mail for you. I'm so happy that you won something original or brand new. How exciting is that? All right, time for me to get back to sewing and hanging out with my awesome people that are here. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next Thursday, everyone. Bye now.